A door there and a door there, which means these cars move and they leave the arena, and it works like this. The Sporting Bears is a motor club. It's not a charity, it's a club. And the Bears, these are like-minded individuals that have all got beautiful cars or interesting cars, and they thought, why don't I try and do some good with my car? So they bring their cars along to events like this up and down the country, and then they get you to take a drive in their car. Now, if you see a bear, like this bear that's here, this is what you do. All bears have got an orange hoodie on.
Clive!
Mike, Clive, come here. So if you see a bear, like Clive, this is what you do when you see a Clive.
Oh, there you go.
You give him a hug. Make it go on a little bit too long. Just that little bit more awkward than it should be. He liked it. I got something out of it as well. And that's what you do with a bear. And I'll tell you for why. Because these people are not being paid. Nobody is giving them wages to bring their cars down here. They are doing this out of the love of the car and the love of the money that they raise. This lot, see all these people in that orange hoodies around that you can see spread around the Sporting Bears Live Arena. They've been working so hard that so far they've raised over £3.5 million. Not bad, is it? And do you know where that money goes? Every single penny of it goes to children's charities. All gets divided up and it gets spread around. I'm a patron of another charity called Seesaw. That's about bereavement counselling. Sporting Bears have supported them. That charity wouldn't exist if it wasn't for the Sporting Bears. So they do an incredible job. Right, now let's talk all things cars, which is why we're here at the Classic Motor Show. This prancing horse stood right in front of me. This man's having a midlife crisis. Well, you've got two choices, haven't you? Right, when you get to this man's point of life, you've got two choices. And the choices are this. You either go and get a Celtic tattoo, a belly button piercing, or grow a ponytail, or you go and buy yourself a Ferrari. And you made the right choice, sir, because you went and bought yourself a bloody tasty Ferrari. So let's find out a little bit about it. First up, let's have a handshake. So what's your name?
Keith.
Everyone say, morning, Keith. Keith, say morning back.
Good morning, everyone.
Right, so Keith, you can take the smug look off your face anytime you like, Keith. That's good. And just tell us a bit about what we're looking at.
Ferrari 458 Italia. It's a 2012 car, believe it or not. It looks brand new. I'm afraid it's not. It's done just over 25,000 miles. How fast does it go? Pretty fast. 0 to 60 in just over 3 seconds. Top speed 202 miles per hour. Now, what I would suggest you do is wander over to the wall over there, and you'll see a number of cars. You'll see all the cars up there. They're all marked up with a price. You can come and have a little sit in the passenger seat with me, and we'll go out for 20-25 minutes at a mere £70.
Shut up.
Mere £70.
Stop it. That's ridiculous. Seriously. Okay, right, you are going to be the busiest man here at the NEC today. You are, most definitely. Okay, let me tell you what you're staring at here. This is a Ferrari 458 Italia. He says 0 to 60 in 3 seconds. You're going to go on a 10-mile drive on this beautiful autumnal day in Birmingham. There is nothing written in the law books that says you can't go from 0 to 60 as quickly as you like. It's when you go beyond the speed limit you're in trouble, but you can get there as fast as you like. So you, sir, no doubt would give people a little bit of a thrill ride when they go out in a Ferrari. It is a 458 after all. And just imagine sitting in that passenger seat today, taking pictures, chatting to this chap here, and also making everyone you know, everywhere else in the world, incredibly jealous because you got to drive in a 458 Italia. And let's put that into context. It's £70, £70. It's the same as a hamburger and a can of Coke here at the NEC. Well, it is, isn't it? That's what it's going to be the same as. Now, this is the important part. You put yourself up in a hotel, you have polished your car, waxed it, you've delivered your car here, you've filled it up with fuel, £70. Out of that, you're going to spend 20, 30 quid of it on fuel. Of that £70, how much of it are you going to keep for yourself?
0, 0, 0.
Of that £70, how much of it are you going to give to the Sporting Bears so they can distribute it to children's charities?
100%.
How good is that, ladies and gentlemen? And for that reason alone, we're going to give a big round of applause. Unbelievable. So I think it's only fair, right and proper, before somebody runs over there, because you are going to be a busy man, that we get to hear your 458 Italia. I think that's right, isn't it? Yeah. Who wants to hear it? Yeah. Of course we do. This shouty, barky, screamy, loud, angry little Ferrari. I've been working with Ferrari the past week down in Maranello. This is going to be good. This is a 3.4 litre V8. Little sequence of buttons to get this thing started. How good is that? Eh? How good is that? Just wait for the oil to get around the engine. And let's have a little listen. There we go. That's what. Oh yes. There we go. Oh, it's almost filthy, isn't it? Eh? It's the rings at that is. Oh. There's a little bit of me just went poof. I think a little bit of wee come out. I really do. That was very, very exciting. Very exciting. What a car. What a car. Thank you very much, sir. Thank you for being a bear. Thank you for sharing this car with us. Thank you for sharing this car with us. And thank you for the entertainment there with that lovely sounding 458. How good is that? Look at it go. It does look new, doesn't it? And that's an 11-year-old car. The Venturi tunnel at the rear, look at that, it's wonderful. Okay, let's move on to our next car. Our next car is one of my all-time favourites. You need the car here, didn't you? Can we jump in it and move it forward? One of my all-time favourites. I've actually got a couple of these. This is a Porsche 911 SC. This would be a famous Porsche from the 1980s. They call it a G-body car. So they come in various different forms. You've got a 3 litre or 3.2 litre. We're going to find out all about this one with the iconic whale tail sticking out the back. That's not where you have your picnic lunch. That is genuinely there to aid downforce. Sir, what's your name?
My name's Stuart.
Everyone say morning, Stuart. Stuart, say morning back.
Morning, everybody.
Right now, Stuart, I've got a little collection of these myself, so I know all about them, but you tell people what's in front of them.
This is a 3 litre 911 SC Sport from 1982. Great little car, far better than any Ferrari. It handles beautifully. People say they've got tail happy, but they don't. Obviously know how to drive anyway. So I think Mike will agree with that. What else do you want to know about?
Well, I mean, they are quite clever cars. I mean, Jeremy Clarkson calls them a Beetle. It's a Volkswagen Beetle. But no, they are quite clever cars. So you have to imagine, for Porsche owners like me, that the engine is hung out over the rear axle. So the engine's there. So technically it shouldn't work, but the guys at Porsche are so clever, they've engineered it where it isn't tail happy. It does actually stick to the road. It plants itself down very well. What's good about this car is when you're inside it with Stuart, you're literally almost in the driver's seat as well. They're quite a narrow body car, so you get really uptight and personal. Stuart, I love a 911, as you know. I've got these. This is an exceptional condition, it really is. And I love the fact you use it as a driver's car. What does it mean to you, and just explain this to the audience, to be a sporting bear? You know, you bring this car along, I've spoken to you before, you bring this car along to these shows. What does it mean to you to be a bear?
Everybody wins. I win because I like driving the car, I like showing it off to people. People donate money to the children's charities. Every penny that we raise goes to the charity. We don't keep a penny. We can pay the credit card fees ourselves. So not a penny's wasted of your money. It all goes to where it's aimed for.
Absolutely brilliant. Isn't that fantastic? Now, if somebody wanted to go on this beautiful, crisp autumnal day on a 10-mile jaunt around Birmingham with you, how much would it cost them?
£40.
Get out of it. 40 quid. Bag of crisp and a bottle of water at the NEC, 40 quid. That's all you'll get for it. and you'll go out for a 10-mile jaunt in this at 40 quid, and you won't keep a penny of that. 100% of that £40 goes to the children's charity.
Yeah, absolutely.
How good is that, ladies and gentlemen? Should we give them a big round of applause, or what? That's incredible, isn't it? Absolutely incredible. Stuart, thank you very much. You're going to be a busy boy again today. Stuart, the most iconic 911 out there, so have a great day. Have a fantastic day. Okay, now, if anyone thinks that you're going to go out in the Ferrari and it's going to be a 10-mile drive and it's going to be done in 5 minutes, because let's face it, it's going to be fast, or in this Porsche 911, you'll go out and that trip will be over in 15 minutes because that's fast. Well, if you wanted to go out in a car that you can really experience and you want to come back tomorrow, then why not go out in a 2CV? Because if you set off now, you might make it back tomorrow. So this is wonderful. This is the next Bond star as well. And what you'll love about this, if you are feeling a little bit, you know, maybe you went to the pub last night, Friday night, you had a couple of beers, and you had a nice fry-up breakfast this morning, fear not, because this will look after you when you go around the corners. It's really good. So it's a lovely looking thing. Let's meet the owner. Do you want to jump out, sir? Right, now, let's give the name. So first up, what's your name?
Pete.
Everyone say, morning, Pete. Morning, Pete. Pete, say good morning back.
Good morning, everyone.
Right, now, Pete, tell us about your little bumblebee of a car.
Well, yeah, Bumble. It's a 6.2CV. It's a 2CV6 special, or very special in this case. You might notice there's a bit of a theme going on. It's a 602cc engine, which originally, when it came out of the factory, was 29 brake horsepower. This one's been tuned and fettled. It's got a race engine in it, so it's got upgraded pistons and barrels. It now pushes out 33 brake horsepower. It's got no power steering. It's got no power brakes. It does have a little bit of power engine, but not a lot. And as you pointed out, yes, it leans a lot. And one of the things I have fitted on this one, I've got an inclinometer, so the passengers can see how much we're leaning. Now, yesterday, I got it up to 30 degrees. It was a little bit wet out there yesterday. It's drier today, so I'm hopeful to beat that. So there's our challenge. Anybody goes for a ride, keep an eye on that inclinometer and tell me if it hits 40.
Oh, that is fantastic. Challenging how far you can get this thing to lean over. We're actually working on a 2CV at the moment on Wheeler Dealer, so we're very excited about that. We've got the Ford 3.5 engine, a much smaller engine. What's crazy about these cars is just how simple they are in their engineering, but how well they work. They really do, and people who go out in this car will experience a thrill ride. It really is a thrill ride. When you come to a corner and you're leaning out on a corner, you'll be thinking you've just turned up at Thorpe Park or Disney World. It is quite incredible. You can take as well an additional 2 passengers in the rear of this. You've got the 4 Webasto rig, which is nice, so 3 people can go for a ride. How much is it going to cost these wonderful people here at the NEC to go for a ride in your car?
It's just £25 for 3 people, and I don't stick to the main dual carriageways. I actually take it through the country lanes. So we do about a 25-minute ride out, 12 miles, plenty of corners, a few speed bumps as well. We don't necessarily worry too much about them with this car, and it's just a good giggle. I leave the roof off if you want the roof off. If you're cold, I'll put the roof back on.
For 25 quid, that get you a can of Coke here at the NEC. 25. That's amazing. 25 quid for 3 people who go for a ride in this, an iconic car, and there's less and less of them on the road. And as I say, we've got one coming up in Wheeler Dealers. Isn't that fantastic, ladies and gentlemen? Isn't that brilliant? Of that £25, obviously you've waxed the life out of this car, and you have to put petrol in it and all the rest of it. Of that £25, how much of it are you going to give to the Bears?
Well, £25, every single pound, penny, shilling and pence goes to the charities that we're supporting here today.
How good is that, ladies and gentlemen? You can't say fairer than that. Let's give them a big round of applause. Fantastic. Right, off you go, sir. You have a fantastic day. You're an amazing day. Look at that, just coming past us as well. A DeLorean, look, just swinging past us. I know you carry on. You go and earn some money, get it out there. Somebody's going to be picked up and taken for a while. Back to the future. Look at that. What iconic looking car, amazing. So there is absolutely everything you can have a go in here today. Any wish, any dream you desire, whether it's a Model T, whether it's a modern Mustang, whether it's a Ferrari supercar, or whether it's like this, you too can be Inspector Morse and go out for a ride in a Mark II Jaguar. Look at that, that just looks unbelievable. I chose this car out because it is kind of the hot property at the moment in terms of what this car represents. You can put, again, 3 people in this car. So it's a non-selfish purchase for you. You can go out as an individual, but you can take 2 buddies with you if you wanted to. And I just love the way that this looks. It's beautifully finished, and it'll make anybody jealous. Do you want to stay in, or do you want to get out, sir? Let's get you out. Yes, please. Look at that. What a wonderful bear he is. First up, sir, let's introduce you to the crowd. What's your name?
Derek.
Derek. Everyone say good morning, Derek. Good morning, Derek. Say good morning back, Derek.
Good morning to you all.
Right, so Derek, tell us a bit about your car.
Well, you won't believe this, Mike, but before I bought it 5 years ago, this used to be a rally car. It was owned by a chap in Kent who had a fleet of post-war and pre-war rally cars, and he decided to concentrate on his pre-war rally cars and sell off his entire stock of post-war rally cars, which this is. And when I bought it, there was the mud under the wings and all that, and as you see it, that's how it was, paintwork-wise, and the interior. It's heavily modified. It's got XJ40 interior, engine's been tuned, 5-speed gearbox, suspension's been all altered for rallying. It's got the full works on it. You know.
Oh, that sounds exciting. So anyone who goes through a passenger ride in this, they get a little bit of a thrill ride of what a rally car from this period would have felt like.
Yeah, if they want to. I always give my customers a choice. Do you want me to drive sedately, smoothly? Do you want a bit of acceleration? Do you want to see it at 70 miles an hour? You know, give them a choice.
Well, it was back in the day. I think I'm right in saying this was like the bank robber's best friend, wasn't it? So I think the bank robber's best friend would like to see the rear tyres light up and a little bit smoky around the corners. It is beautifully finished as well. It's a very lucky purchase for you, sir. If somebody wants to go for a ride in this car today, bear in mind you can take some passengers, how much do you charge them?
£30 a ride.
No way. Seriously, 30 quid. It's just not enough, is it? It's 2 bags of crisps here at the NEC. 30 quid to go for this ride. It's unbelievable, isn't it? So think about that. It's a tenner each. A tenner each if there's 3 of you to go for a 10-mile jaunt on this beautiful day around Birmingham in an iconic Jaguar Mark II. And this would have been an ex-rally car as well, so you'll go on a sporty ride. And all that £30, Derek, you're willing to give all of it to the Bears so we can distribute it to children's charities.
100% of that £30 will go to the children's charities. There are no expenses in the club at all.
It's quite amazing what we guys do, what you guys do. I'm the very proud patron of the Sporting Bears. I absolutely love this club. It means so much to me. We do so much good. Why don't we give Derek a big round of applause? And why don't we give the Bears a big round of applause too? Because they do such an incredible job, don't they? And it's really simple, isn't it? It's just a car that you own and you bring it to a show and you drive it. It's really simple. And if you too want to be wearing the orange hoodie, if you too want to be a bear, we are looking for more members because the Bears take part in shows up and down the country all throughout the year, and we're always looking for active members. It doesn't cost much to join. All you got to do is talk to one of our team, anyone in an orange hoodie, or go over to the yellow tent and talk to one of the team, and we'd love to have you as part of Bears. And you don't have to have a Mark II Jaguar or Ferrari or this, a Z28 Camaro. You don't need any of that stuff. You can just have a normal, regular car and just bring it along to a show so we can all enjoy it. I hope you enjoyed that. Little insight into the Sporting Bears to start off today at the Sporting Bears Arena. I'm looking at my watch because in that corner over there, that black corner where it says Meet the Experts, apparently I'm one of those. Apparently. I don't know. Come over there, you're going to see me on the stage in just 10 minutes time, and I'm going to open the show officially, tell you what's happening here at the show, and then we're going to go straight on to the iconic auctioneers talking about investments in cars. And remember, and this is really important, we all remember, at 11 o'clock we're going to have a 2-minute silence for remembrance. And remember how important this is, because if you are a service member, if you've served in the past, if you're serving now, we would invite you up onto the stage so we can all pay our respects to you. So if you're a serving member, don't be shy, I'm going to get you and grab you and put you up on the stage, because the NEC will come to a standstill and honour you. So make sure you're there. It's a very special moment for 11 o'clock. I will see you over there at 10:15. Thank you very much.